So, a couple weeks ago, we took a look at some leaked images of the Google Pixel Fold 2. Keep in mind that this was just a prototype and it's not the final Pixel Fold 2. But 9 to 5 Google went ahead and posted this article today talking about those said leaks and going ahead and actually posting some renders of what it would look like if you had it right in front of you. Shout out, by the way, to @OnLeaks and @SmartPicks for going ahead and posting this on 9 to 5 Google's article. They used those sources for who made the actual leaks. That's what I'm trying to say. Nonetheless, though, if we go ahead and take a look at this, I still have the same opinion as I had before. And again, this is a prototype, so this is not 100% what it's going to look like. It's a good majority of what it's going to look like, and this is probably what we, for the most part, will see. Give or take some maybe minor details changed. But I still do not like how small and narrow the two outside displays are. Now, I will say I'm a huge fan of the Pixel Fold 1. I think that they completely, hit it out of the park with the Pixel Fold 1. I think it's, in every way, is a perfect phone. It just needs a little bit of minor adjustments. And I think that that phone would be, in my opinion, goes down as the best foldable phone of all time. Nonetheless, though, I feel like with the second iteration, while it's not completely like when I first looked at it, it's not completely like how Samsung with the Z Fold series is, where it's like long and narrow. It is definitely taller than the original, and it's a little bit less of a width size and more just kind of pushed together. And again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just not my cup of tea personally. I feel like they're going more toward what we see with the OnePlus Open / Find and Find 3. And again, like I said, that's kind of the direction I feel like a lot of companies are going to start going toward, where it's like a little bit taller of a cell phone. You have the 4-camera setup on the back with the flash, so new camera setup. And then that outside display is a little bit more tall and not as much narrow, but a little bit taller outside display as well. Instead of going with width-wise, you're going with height. I like width personally. I think the width makes it a little bit better. It just gives you more area for your fingers to go around rather than it just being kind of like a Z Fold device. But even looking at these renders of it, and again, this is not the final product, I still do not like how it looks. I really still do not like how it looks, and I cannot get behind this. I really can't. Like, the camera, I don't care about. The back panel, I'm cool with. I don't really care how it looks. It's just, first off, the hinge to bezel is just weird. I mean, it's less bezels. That's one thing that you can say right away. As you can see from around here, it's less bezels than the Google Pixel Fold 1, which I think is something that I don't really care about the bezels personally, but I do understand why Google needs to get rid of the bezels, because people have complained about them. But this is just not, like, the inside display is fine. This inside display is fine if it was the same as the Pixel Fold 1. Just take the Pixel Fold 1, remove the bezels like this, and keep everything else the same. That's my cup of tea. That's like how I would perfectly finish this off and do this, because again, like I said, even with these renders, it's just, no, I can't get behind that. I think it's better than the Z Fold series because it's not as long and narrow, but even then, it's still just, nah. Nah. I will say one thing though, this looks like it's going to be very thin. Just taking a look at this looks very freaking thin. So that's going to be another really exciting thing, is how thin this device actually will be. And I'm sure this device is going to be great, guys. At the end of the day, it's going to have the Tensor G4 chip. It's going to have 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's going to be absolutely insane in every category possible. It's just the look for me. And that, honestly, I feel like for a lot of people, when it comes to affordable phones, especially when you spend $1,800 on these phones, it comes down to the look. Does that phone look good to you? Would you see yourself actually utilizing this phone and using it for a long period of time? And me personally, I'd probably stick with the Pixel Fold 1 if I'm being honest. But I'll pick it up for the channel. I'll take a look at it. I'll see my thoughts and opinions. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.